So here's the thing. AI has made everybody sound smart, and that's the real problem. So before I get into this, I want to address something really quick. I've gotten a few comments on this channel saying that this is all AI slop script. So just let me be clear. Yes, I use AI to write these scripts. I'm not a professional script writer. I'm an internet geek. I'm an SEO geek who's been studying and implementing SEO since 2009. I have not been writing scripts since 2009, but I review these scripts very carefully. I fact check them. I test the tactics. I actually test the tactics on my site, the Green Banana site. If they work, we roll them out. I test things that break all the time. If they work, we implement them. If they fail, no one's going to fire me because I own the company. So it's a great test product for us to use. So this isn't a theory. This is actually my real process. And the stuff that we're actually doing at Green Banana SEO to rank in Google, Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity, and more is the stuff that really makes the AI impact. So now let's get on to today's topic. So here's the problem. I could open ChatGPT right now and write a really convincing article about some brain surgery technique that I supposedly invented. It would have steps, diagrams, recovery timelines. It would have risks. It would have references from Johns Hopkins. I could have a nice FAQ section. And honestly, it would probably sound pretty credible, but I'm not a brain surgeon. And God forbid anyone actually followed that advice. And this is what AI engines are trying to avoid. You can take almost any script from one engine and put it into another engine, and they can't tell you if it was AI. So the game isn't just, can you write a good article now? The game is, can you prove why anyone should believe you? And that's the shift. So hi, I'm Kevin Roy of Green Banana SEO, and what we're seeing right now is a major move from traditional SEO into AI search. Regular SEO still matters. It's actually 80% of the reason why all sites still rank in AI. So you rank the page, you get the click, you drive the lead. That is still super important. And I am definitely not one of these people that is saying SEO is dead. SEO isn't anywhere near dead. But AI adds another layer, the trust layer. And yes, we used to have EAT, and EAT was really important, but now it's even more important with AI because of the ability of people to write anything about anything right now. So the AI engines are basically asking, who says this is true? And that's the real brass tacks version. They're not just looking at your page and saying, does this answer the question? They're looking at the source behind the answer. Who wrote it? Why are they qualified? Has this company actually done this before? Is there outside proof? Do the rest of the internet support what this page is saying? And that's where I think a lot of companies could be getting it wrong. They're still trying to solve the AI search by publishing more content, more blog posts, more FAQs, more service pages, more schema, more ultimate guides, more who's the best. But here's the weird part. A lot of that content looks really good. It has the keywords, it has the latent semantic words, it has the variations, it has the proper headings and the schema and the metadata. It's really polished marketing that's gone through committee meeting, but there's no proof behind it. There's no backup. There isn't a real author. There's no useful author page or a LinkedIn connection. There isn't any outside mentions or credible press releases or case studies that tie into it. So basically, there's no third-party validation. So why would the AI engine say, yeah, this is the source I want to trust? They're going back and looking for all of those things. And that's the big difference. This isn't magic. It's just helping AI draw a straight line to the proof that you actually are credible enough to write this content. So when someone walks into your office and says, I'm the best CFO in Massachusetts, maybe they sound good, maybe they look really good, maybe they're really well dressed and polished, maybe they say all the right things, but you're going to still ask questions. You're going to say, where have you worked before? What other companies have you worked on? Who have you helped? Can I talk to a reference? Can I see your resume? All these things that make sense that when you're doing a backup on someone, that's what AI is doing. What AI is doing is they're looking at the resume behind the content. They're looking at what we're calling AI credibility proof. And at Green Banana, we build this as an authority stack. And I'm going to show you at the end of this video exactly how I do it for myself. for Kevin C. Roy at Green Banana SEO. First, you need the page that you actually want to win. So make sure it's not some random blog post published because SEM Rush said it had keyword volume. Make sure it's a real page. It's a good page. Follow the steps that I've talked about before. Make sure that you have a comparison section, a case study, a guide, the proof points in that, a page that explains what you do, why you do, and who you do it for, and that you're qualified to talk about it. And make sure that it's specific. So broad topics are super hard to rank and they're usually weaker. So like marketing service is weak. Answer engine optimization service for B2B companies is much stronger. Heat pump installation for Massachusetts homeowners using Mass Save rebates is very strong, not just HVAC contractor, right? Specific typically wins. It wins in Google Ads. It's always won in SEO and it's winning in AI. So second, you need a real person attached to the content. Anonymous content is a missed opportunity. If your blog post was written by admin, that's not helping you. AI wants to understand who's behind the information, who wrote it, who reviewed it. Why should this person be believed? And that matters even more in healthcare, finance, legal, home services, insurance, investment management, software, consulting, any real way that there's a big trust barrier. Like what we do has a big trust barrier. So my author page is really important. And that's what you need. You need a good author page. Don't use the default WordPress author with a tiny picture and 3 little posts. Create a real credible author page. Who is this person? What do they know? How long have they been doing it? What topics are they qualified to talk about? Have they been published before? Have they been interviewed before? Have they worked with real clients? Go look at the author page, my author page on the Green Banana site, and it mentions all of the podcasts that I've been in, that I've written articles for Inc.com, that I've been in Fox News. It shows that all on my page. And then fourth, you need a LinkedIn page as outside proof. So think of like LinkedIn page as basically your public resume. Go look at my LinkedIn page. So if your website says someone's an expert in commercial solar financing, but their LinkedIn page says nothing about that, that's a super weak signal. You want the website, the author page, and the LinkedIn page telling the exact same story. Person, company, topic, experience. Don't be sloppy. You need something outside your own website that supports it. LinkedIn is a super easy way to do it. It would be great if you had press releases. It would be great if you had podcast interviews. If you don't have that, do a LinkedIn post. If you can get in a trade publication. If you don't have that, do a case study. YouTube videos help. Why do you think I do this channel? YouTube is a third-party vehicle that Google likes and supports. So the person and the company are actually connected to the topic in the real world, because your website is saying you're an expert. That's one thing, but you need other sources to support that. And then fifth, make sure that you have the technical foundation. And I've talked about this on a lot of videos before. Make sure you have internal links, schema, crawl paths, no accidental, no index tags. I know that sounds funny, but I see them so often on sites that we look at. Make sure there's no broken canonicals. Just do a scan. Use AI to scan your page to make sure that nothing is broken. Use Screaming Frog. Import a Screaming Frog report into AI. It's amazing what the output is. So if Google AI systems can't access your page, they're not going to be able to cite the page. And I know this is all boring, SEO plumbing stuff, but it's still super, super important. Basically, make sure that the company has a decent service page, that to a human, it looks fine. Make sure the design is good, the copy is good, the offer is super clear. Make sure that AI engine sees that the page isn't floating in space. Make sure that you have an author proof. Put a little author snippet at the very bottom of the page that you want to be cited, that connects to your author page, that connects to your LinkedIn page. That's the reinforcement. Have a case study. Have internal links that are related. This is super important. Do not just link to any page on the website. Make sure you are linking to a supported page. It's the reason that Wikipedia ranks for every noun, verb, and adjective. Look at a Wikipedia page. So make sure that you're building proof around it. Make sure that you clean up a LinkedIn profile. Make sure that the content that you're supporting in LinkedIn goes and supports the pages that you're trying to add. Make sure that the page isn't just another piece of content. Make sure that it's the citation asset. And that's really the big difference. One of the things that's going to help you at the end of this is go ahead and Google, I just met Kevin C. Roy. If you Google that, you'll go to the author page on my website. That takes you to my LinkedIn profile. That takes you to my author page. And you'll notice that when I publish this blog post that's associated with this article that's on YouTube, I'm also putting my author bio on the bottom that is connected to my author page, that is connected to my LinkedIn page. So follow that blueprint and you will be successful.